Hello friends, welcome to Human Peritas, your one-stop single solution for UGC NET paper 1. So the topic of today's discussion is PYQs on Indian logic. And if we talk about Indian logic, this topic has been lately introduced in 2019. So we are going to discuss upon how are the pattern of questions, what UGC NET is expecting from students to prepare, and what are the familiarities which we need to make before preparing for these types of questions, and how can we set boundaries on what topic to be covered, which topic is considered important, and how come the frequencies of questions are being repeated. So let's start with the PYQs, and for any playlist that we can the Human Peritas is playing on Indian logic, you need to subscribe to the Human Peritas channel or press the bell icon for any updated or new videos upcoming on Indian logic PYQs. So let's start with the LMS platform of Human Peritas. So this is the introductory topic on which we have already covered the PYQs, and we would be covering the PYQs on perception today. So before starting with the perception, Nyaya School of Indian Logic considered 4 valid means of knowledge, which is mentioned over here. That is the perception, pratyaksh praman, inference, anuman, verbal testimony, shabda, comparison, upman, and we would be covering the PYQs on these valid means of knowledge one by one. So today we would be focusing on the first part of the valid knowledge, that is the praman, pratyaksh praman, that is perception. Perception is something which we say that it is an attribute of self, and this is the only valid means of knowledge जहाँ पर हमारा direct cognition होता है, immediate and direct cognition, and there is no interference of any other type of cognition. So there is, we can say that it is not derived through the instrumentality of any other cognition. And if we see the perception, it talks about where there is continuous intercourse of the sense organs with the objects, and this is something which is not associated with the name but well defined, and it's a concept based upon the sense organ interaction with the objects. Then we say, then we come on to there are stages of perception, determinant and indeterminate. Indeterminate is the earlier portion of the perception, and the determinant is the later on portion. And if we talk about the indeterminate perception, which is also called as nirvikalpa, it gives us the material out of which the determinant perception is framed out, and these things you need to study if you are preparing for the Indian logic and knowledge under the topic perception. You need to cover up all these things, and even in our Indian logic classes we have covered everything in detail. So if you want to enroll yourself for the preparation of UGC NET paper 1, you can enroll for the free trial class, and you can subscribe to our Human Peritas channel. And then we move on to the types of perception. Perceptions are of 2 types, ordinary and extraordinary. Ordinary, as the name suggests, where there is an ordinary contact of the sense organ with the objects, and when that contact with the sense organ with the object is through extraordinary or through unusual way, then it takes the form of extraordinary, which is also known as alaukika. So ordinary में internal external है, एंड एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी में सामान्य लक्षणा, जनरल लक्षणा, योगजा. इन सब पे हमारे जितने भी PYQs इस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक में कवर अप होंगे वो हम अब इस आफ्टर दिस डिस्कशन वी विल बी स्टार्टिंग विद द PYQs. इंटरनल एक्सटर्नल टॉक्स अबाउट द bifurcation of the ordinary perception. In internal, majorly cover-ups are moods, beliefs, ethical values, social values, and external is when the सेंस ऑर्गन्स दे आर इन इंटरेक्शन विद द एक्सटर्नल वर्ल्ड, जब हम किसी भी चीज को लेकर एक एक्सटर्नल परसेप्शन बनाते हैं, ठीक है, वाइल वी आर इंटरेक्टिंग विद द एक्सटर्नल वर्ल्ड. एंड इन केस ऑफ एक्स्ट्रॉर्डिनरी, सामान्य लक्षणा मेजरली टॉक्स अबाउट द परसेप्शन ऑफ यूनिवर्सल्स विच आर अ डिस्टिंक्ट क्लास. देन आता है हमारा जनरल लक्षण. जनरल लक्षण टॉक्स अबाउट द कॉम्प्लिकेटेड परसेप्शन which is known as the perception by association, and in this case the object is not directly presented to the person but indirectly presented, and it is revived in the memory through the past cognition. And Yogaja is the the perception power which is intuitive, suprasensuous, suprarelational, possessed by the yogins who are into deep meditation. So this is all are covered in the perception in our LMS platform. Now we move on to the PYQs of so let's start with the PYQs on the one of the valid means of knowledge that is covered under the Nyaya school of Indian logic, also known as theory of knowledge, which is perception. ठीक है. So first question is given below is a proposition. Proposition होती है आपकी एक statement. The weather is very cold today. Which one of the following according to Nyaya is the correct option? So if we see the options mentioned over here, सामान्य लक्षणा, योगजा, जनरल लक्षणा, सन्निकर्षा, तो फर्स्ट थ्री जो हैं वो हैं आपके एक्स्ट्रॉर्डिनरी परसेप्शन को लेकर. सो डेफिनेटली दिस क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग अबाउट द types of extraordinary perception, and this statement is coming under which type of extraordinary perception. Why? Because the three options is pointing out towards the extraordinary perception. And the last Sannikarshka, we have never heard of this terminology in the types of perception, though it is also known as the sensory perception, which has no relation with the above statement. So the weather is very cold today. This type of statement is covered under the type Janalakshana, which is the perception through association. Why? Because when we are feeling that the weather is very cold today, we are having the perception that the cold wind is blowing around us. People around us is wearing something relating to the onset of the winter season, and we can even see that in the offices and the fan, we are trying to visualize things nearby all to us, that the fans are closed off, we have put off the ACs. So when we try to analyze the things in a way that different sensations, that is the different material foundation, they become associated to form one integrated approach. क्या integrated approach यहाँ form up हो रही है कि हमारा weather जो है बहुत cold है. So therefore here it is a type of extraordinary perception which is जनरल लक्षणा. Why? अब बात आती है जनरल लक्षणा क्यों है. क्योंकि जनरल लक्षणा के अंदर the object is not directly presented to a sense organ, but it is revived in the memory because of the past cognition of it, and it is perceived through representation of things around us. ठीक है. So therefore we will say that this statement according to Nyaya is coming under the type of Janal Lakshana, whereas Samanya Lakshana is not the right option. Why? Because it talks about the universals, that is the perception of universals. This is not a universal thing which we are talking over here, and Yogaja is something which is relating to the yogins, the power possessed by the yogins. So therefore the correct option is C, Janalakshana. Next question is, when I ask my friend for my way about his residence over the phone, okay, which of the following instruments of knowledge talks about the valid means of knowledge, which are four which we have which we will be covering. and here we are covering one of the instruments of knowledge. We have to always keep in mind that perception is the only instrument of knowledge which is where it is not derived through the instrumentality of other cognition. It is something which is direct and immediate. We are not taking the assistance of the already existing knowledge. We are just understanding things on our own behalf. This, therefore we say that it is a direct or immediate cognition. So it is say that which of the following instrument of knowledge is used by me to hear. So when we say hear की बात हो रही है या seeing की बात हो रही है, taste की बात हो रही है, it is something relating to the sense organ, then definitely it is talking about the perception related concept. And understand what my friend says as per classical Indian school of logic. So this statement, since it's an interaction of sense organ with the object, there is an interaction of self with the mind and mind with the sense organ with the object over here. Therefore, as per classical Indian school of knowledge, it's an statement, the instrument which we can use over here is perception, that is pratyaksha, which is also known as the attribute of self, or we can say where there is non-erroneous cognition of through intercourse of sense organ with the object, which is not associated with a name, which is right over here, and it is also not well defined. So therefore the correct option is perception. Rest, inference is not right, postulation nahi hai, shabda bhi nahi hai, because there is no such because in all these three there is no direct cognition being derived from the statement which is used over here, whereas direct cognition is always considered under perception because it is something which is not derived through the instrumentality of other cognition. So the correct option is A over here, perception. Next, which one of the following is not a sense organ according to classical Indian school of logic? So sense organ कौन सा नहीं है? So first is the manas, is the mind. Mind is also one of the sense organ in the case of internal ordinary perception, where we say that in internal perception the mind is having the interaction with the comes into contact with the psychical states of processes, where as a result of which every person has their own moods, beliefs, ethics and values. So therefore mind is considered as a sense organ in perception, types of perception which comes under the ordinary perception. Savikalpa is not the sense organ. Why? Because it is the type of perception, sorry, it's not the type, it's one of the stages of perception. So Kakush talks about it is in Kakush, eyes is known as Kakush in Hindi and Srotra is the ears. So rest, if we consider the right option, which is not a sense organ, it is Savikalpa, because it is not a sense organ but one of the stages of perception which is the which is also known as determinate perception. So therefore the correct option is B over here. What type of, next question, what type of cognition is beyond the ambit of perception? Ambit का मतलब क्या होता है? Something which is beyond the scope of perception, that is not considered as a part of perception, but yes, it is considered the earlier portion or through the material or through the base through which we can form up other real perception. So this is when we talk about this type of perception, it is something which is beyond the ambit of perception is the निर्विकल्प का because this type of perception is the earlier stage of the perception where it gives us the material out of which the determinant or the real perception is formed out. Here in Nirvikalpika there is just a bare apprehension, there is a just simple apprehension and bare sensations of things. In Nirvikalpa there is nothing like analysis, synthesis, so it is always free from discrimination, analysis and synthesis. There is no relation, there is undifferentiation. So this is the material out of which हमारी real perceptual knowledge generate होती है. So it is always beyond the ambit of the perception. Therefore we say, because these types of perception that is beyond the ambit of perception, we can they can be only be thought in our mind. हमारे mind में ही हम distinguish कर सकते हैं, but not in reality. Say for example, जैसे हमने we go to a beach and we see that while standing in a beach we see that there is a point where we can see that beach is meeting the sky. So when we see as a person and we do not care about whosoever is standing around us, what type of knowledge we are getting, that the sky and the ocean are meeting each other at one particular point. So that is the perception we are forming, which is not the right perception or not the right perceptual knowledge. Why? Because this is what we are seeing, and then after seeing that thing we are forming some information or some thoughts in our mind. But in reality अगर हम बात करें, that does not exist. Why? Because horizon is a concept where we see that there is no physical point जहाँ पे वो actually meet करते हैं. It is just like the visual things that seems that they are joining, but in reality this is not the case. So anything which is beyond the perception, which is not forming which is not coming under the ambit of perception, is the Nirvikalpa Pratyaksh over here. Rest options जो A Anumati है, that is not right because it is talking about the inference. Upamati is comparison, that has nothing to relate with the perception, and Savikalpa is not the right option because Savikalpa is within the scope of perception, and perception is also known as Savikalpa perception. Why? Because it is the perceptual knowledge or the relational apprehension which is well defined, where there is no discrimination, where there is proper differentiation, there is proper relation in the information which we are deriving. So the correct option is C, Nirvikalpa Pratyaksh. Now next question is the term Yogaja, that is intuitive, pertains to which of the following pramans? So this we have already covered up while we have covered in our Indian logic classes, and when I was navigating through the LMS platform, it is one of the types of extraordinary perception. So therefore it is the part of perception. Rest, inference, verbal testimony, comparison are not the correct option, because such types of pramans such type of bifurcation is under only perception, which is under the extraordinary perception. So the correct option is A over here. Next question. The distinction between Savikalpa, that is a determinant, which is the end portion, that is a later stage of the perception, and Nirvikalpa, the earlier stage of the perception, is made with respect to which of the following pramans? So this comes under the Pratyaksh praman, which is perception. Why? Because these are the stages of perception, and on the basis of these stages we are able to form up the real perception of anything that comes on our way. So this type of distinction is made under the Pratyaksh praman, also known as perception over here. Rest जो है हमारा अनुमान, inference, अर्थापत्ति, postulation, उपमान, comparison, they are not the right option, because they are not, these types of distinction is not belonging to any of those. So the correct option is B, Pratyaksha, that is perception over here. Next question. A perception where we do not have the knowledge of an object characterized by any predicate. सो अगर हम इस स्टेटमेंट को यहाँ तक पढ़ते हैं क्लास, तो व्हाट वी कैन से दैट हमारे पास किसी चीज़ की नॉलेज नहीं है, ना सब्जेक्ट की ना ऑब्जेक्ट की, वी आर जस्ट हैविंग, इसको हम कह सकते हैं दैट वी आर जस्ट हैविंग द व्हाट वी कैन से ओनली द बेयर सेंसेशन ओनली द बेयर सेंसेशन. सो व्हाट इज सेंसेशन? सेंसेशन होती है आपकी किसी भी चीज़ को लेकर material foundation. So this is the only bare material foundation, and there is simple apprehension. We are just seeing the thing, we are not seeing any knowledge of an object which is characterized by any predicate, but an apprehension of some unrelated elements. So there is this talks about non-relation, this talks about undifferentiation, where there is free, which is something which is free from discrimination, analysis and synthesis. So this is the one of the earliest stages of perception, that is known as nirvikalpa or indeterminate, where we have no relation, where there is just simple apprehension of an object, nothing else. So therefore it is indeterminate perception. So the correct option is B over here, and the rest determinate perception is not right, because determinate perception may we are having relational apprehension, and here this statement is talking about unrelational or non-relational apprehension, and B is the right option. Verbal testimony is not the right option, and implication is not, because this statement is talking about only these interaction of the sense organs with the object. So that is only covered under with the under the concept of valid means of knowledge, which is perception. The first valid means of knowledge, perception, pratyaksh praman. So the correct option is B, indeterminate perception. Then which form of knowledge is not derived through the instrumentality of other knowledge? I have already told you that perception is the only means of knowledge among all the other three options which are left after this, that it is something which is direct and immediate cognition, and it is not derived through the instrumentality of any other knowledge. Whenever we form a perception, it is something which is first handed. We are not taking the support or the benefit of any other existing thought, information or knowledge. So this is the correct option is perception over here. Rest, inference, verbal testimony, in comparison, these all are the knowledge which are derived through the instrumentality of other knowledge. So therefore the correct option is A, perception over here. Then next is that in which of the following forms of knowledge there cannot be any predication of the object. So there is no subject object relation, there is no apprehensions, there is no relational knowledge being derived, there is no perceptual knowledge in terms of subject predicate relation. So there is something which is, it is talking about non-relational, and this is covered under one of the earlier stages of perception we have already discussed, which is nirvikalpika pratyaksh or the indeterminate perception. राइट, सविकल्पा में होता है हमेशा सब्जेक्ट प्रिडिकेट रिलेशन, सो देयरफॉर दिस इज नॉट द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. सामान्य लक्षमा is also not correct. Why? Because it is one of the types of extraordinary perception, and yogaja is also one of the types of extraordinary perception. So only the nirvikalpa pratyaksh is the only form of knowledge where there cannot be any predication of an object in terms of subject predicate relation. So the correct option is A, nirvikalpika pratyaksha. So if we have the knowledge of these 4 to 5 important concepts relating to perception, what we have seen in the last PYQs, that there is a lot more of repetitiveness of the things, things which is relating to the 5 to 6 major concepts of perception, which we have covered in our all Indian logic classes. And if you want to get enroll yourself for the human peritus, you need to subscribe to our channel, and you can take a free day trial also for clearing the UGC NET paper. Then next question is, I see a piece of fragrant sandalwood. So this is talking about a statement where there is perception, but this perception is associated through there is a complex perception which is done through association. So when I see a piece of fragrant sandalwood, so here जो हमारी visual perception है, ठीक है, किसको लेकर, सैंडलवुड को लेकर, ठीक है, it revives in the memory that it is revived in the memory because of the past cognition that somewhere in the past we have smell the sandalwood and we have something has been stored in our mind that it is something which is full of fragrance. So the idea of fragrance is by association which was perceived in the past, ठीक है, through the when we were smelling the sandalwood. So this type of statement is covered under the Jana Lakshana extraordinary perception where the object is not directly presented over here. यहाँ पे हम sandalwood को सिर्फ देख रहे हैं. We are not smelling that sandalwood, but yes, why we are saying it as a fragrant sandalwood because in the past there is some memory which has been stored in our mind that there is a fragrance which is associated with the sandalwood and which is always there with it. Therefore, we are able to revive in the memory the idea of fragrance by association, and this association was perceived in the past through the nose. और हमने ये association कैसे करी थी, जब हमने उसको past में smell करा था by the means of our sense organ nose. So these types of perception which is associated which is through association where the object is not directly presented to the person, so that comes under the Jana Lakshana perception. So the correct option is B. Rest Samanya Lakshana Yogaja is something which is the statement is not which the statement is not talking about, and Nirvikalpa Pratyaksha is definitely not the right option. Why? It is the stages of perception, and here we are talking about the statement which is covering under the types of extraordinary perception. So the right option is B, Jana Lakshana. Next question is that given below are two statements, one is labeled as assertion and another is labeled as reason. So we have to find out the which of the options are correct. So when I talk about the assertion statement, that since the perception of hardness is something which is also known as a tactile sensation, ठीक है, hardness is something relating to tactile or tangible sensation, and we say that the perception of hardness is not necessarily connected with its color, ठीक है, color is something which we visualize and hardness is something which we can feel, tangible is something which we can feel. So ज़रूरी नहीं है कि जो perception है hardness की connected हो उसके color के साथ, because it can be said that all perception seen conjoined but never connected. So yes, this statement is right because जो हार्डनेस है हमारी जहाँ पे हम बात कर रहे हैं, इट इज़ अ टेक्टाइल एंड टेंजिबल सेंसेशन, बट कलर क्या है, हमारी विजुअल परसेप्शन है. सो ये दोनों परसेप्शंस जो हैं दे माइट को अकर बट दे आर नेवर कनेक्टेड. व्हाई? बिकॉज व्हाई वी से लाइक दिस, व्हाई? बिकॉज समथिंग, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट समथिंग विच इज हार्ड एंड समथिंग विच इज रेड, दैट इज अ कलर, can be a brick, but we cannot say कि everything which is red and hard will always be a brick. Why? Because red and hard can also be an apple. So therefore हम ये मानते हैं कि ज़रूरी नहीं है कि जो परसेप्शन है हार्डनेस की और विजुअल परसेप्शन है वो कनेक्टेड है, बट येस दे माइट को अकर, वो साथ में अकर कर सकते हैं, बट दे आर नेवर कनेक्टेड. दे कैन बी डिफरेंस कि समथिंग विच इज रेड एंड हार्ड विल ऑलवेज नेवर बी अ ब्रिक बिकॉज देयर कैन बी दैट कैन बी एन एप्पल ऑल्सो. दिस इज हाउ वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड दिस स्टेटमेंट. देन हमारा आता है रीजन आता है आर, दैट इज द रीजन दैट कैजुअल रिलेशनशिप इज ऑलवेज कंटिंजेंट एंड प्रोबेबल बिकॉज इट इज डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम एक्सपीरियंस. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द कैजुअल रिलेशनशिप होती है व्हेन समथिंग विच वी कैन इन्फर्ड फ्रॉम आर पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस, ठीक है, जो हम इन्फर करते हैं अपने पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस से. हमने कैजुअल रिलेशनशिप देखा विच दैट person who studies hard in the exam, they are more there is a more probability that they will clear the exam. But this type of casual relationship हमेशा contingent होती. Contingent in something which is conditional, that varies from condition to condition, and probable because it is derived from experience. So when I talk about casual relationship is something which is often inferred as an experience observed pattern. ठीक है, so casual relationship is type of it is inferred as an observed pattern, but they are not always guaranteed or absolute. So casual relationship are inferred from observed pattern but are not always guaranteed or absolute. So therefore we can say that casual relationship हमेशा conditional होती है. क्यों? Because there are two students, both are studying very hard for the exam, but one student is not having that, he is very good in memory retention, whereas the other student, he is having anxiety fear. So definitely the person with a better memory retention will score much better, though both of them are studying very hard. Why? Because the other person is having test anxiety. So therefore we say जो relationship हम बताते हैं कि भाई those who study hard in the exam, those who study hard work, those who do hard work in the exam, they will clear the exam. This is not always the case because it is something conditional, it is something which is not always guaranteed, it is not always absolute. So therefore हम ये मानते हैं कि both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. So the correct option over here is A over here. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Which one of the following pramans, that is the valid means of knowledge, praman को हम बोलते हैं valid means of knowledge, has been accepted in Buddhism? So this is, Buddhism talks about only when you talk about Buddhism में जो प्रमाण वो accept करता है, that is प्रत्यक्ष, that is a perception, and rest are not has been accepted as by Buddhism under the valid means of praman, that is Arthapati is not accepted, Anuplabdhi, which is known as the non-existence. Arthapati talks about the postulation or the assumption or the implication, and Shabda is the also not the right because it is verbal testimony. So Buddhism only accept the pratyaksha as the valid means of praman, that is also known as perception, which is the right option over here as per Buddhism school of thought. So answer is D over here.